Hey guys, it's Kilby Browne with the Property Hats New York City team. Hope that you are having a fantastic day. Happy July 4th. Hope all is well with you and your family. Normally this channel is about real estate, New York City, the surrounding areas, here in New Jersey. Today, I wanted to wish you a happy July 4th. I wanted to share with you a little story about how one person can make a difference. And it is a story about something that happened during the Revolutionary War in New York City. So you might have heard of the area, Murray Hill, which is on the east side of New York City in the mid-30s between Park Avenue and East. So as the story goes, during the Battle of New York, the Battle of Brooklyn, Washington had his troops in Brooklyn, Long Island. They got beaten back badly by General Howe and the British soldiers. You might hear some of this if you're a fan of Hamilton. They got beaten all the way back to the shoreline in Brooklyn. So what happened is, I guess night fell. General Howe decided to pitch camp, wake up the next morning, and eliminate the revolution, the colonial threat. So overnight, Washington got the idea under cover of the night and fog to put his entire army on a series of small boats and escape across the bay. The next day, the British woke up, the American army was gone. So the American army crossed Kips Bay. They tried to, they started working up Manhattan. And there's another part of the army that was down south. So the British crossed the bay, and the American army was coming up from the south, and they kind of started to engage. And Mary Murray, her husband owned a large farm. Her husband might have been a loyalist, I'm not 100% sure. History doesn't really know if she was a supporter of the revolution or not, but she had the idea to invite General Howe and his leadership, major generals, to tea. So her daughters served this big tea. So the British army, and then by the time the British finished, they went up and tried. Then there's some battles up in Harlem and up in Westchester in that area. And then the American army got in boats, went over to New Jersey, and escaped. A couple of quick points here. One of General Washington's most brilliant ideas, and basically a thing that he kept out through the entire war, was live to fight another day. Live to fight another day. He did not want the army to be defeated because there weren't enough men, there wasn't enough supplies, there weren't enough guns. So if there ever was a complete defeat where he had to surrender, the revolution would have been over. So his idea, one person's idea, one person can make a difference. His idea was, don't completely get defeated, live to fight another day. Mary Murray, whether or not she did it intentionally to help the colonial army, I don't know. I don't know if history really has that set in stone or not, but her decision, one person's decision, one woman's decision to invite General Howe and his major staff for tea probably saved 3,500 American soldiers. And that might have saved the entire revolution, because there's a chance that the other states wouldn't have been able to get organized in time, and that the revolution would have completely, I think General Howe had like 32,000 troops right outside in the New York Bay. And that might have been the end of the revolution, right then and there. So my point to you on this July 4th is, keep fighting for your independence, keep fighting for your freedom. One person can make a difference. You are that one person. You can make a difference. Whatever it is, doesn't matter to me what side of the aisle you're on politically, you can make a difference. Have your voice heard, have your voice known. One little point before I finish up here. I heard there was a plaque commemorating Mary Murray in Murray Hill. And Murray Hill was not named after Murray the cop. Yeah, I come by the way, if you're my generation, you might get that joke. So I was looking for this plaque. It was one winter, I don't know how many years ago. I was walking back and forth during lunchtime trying to find this plaque. I couldn't find the plaque. And I wanted to see the plaque. So I wanted to see the plaque commemorating this story that I had heard about. So one day I was walking across Park Avenue, 36th, 37th Street, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna look to the woman next to me and say, hi, by any chance, you know about this plaque? Why not, right? I've been looking for days, I was getting tired. So I turned around and I said to this woman, hi, my name is Kilby. Do you know anything about this plaque? This story about, Mary Murray from the Revolutionary War. She looked at me and she said, hold on 1 second. She grabbed my hand and we crossed the street together. And in the middle of Park Avenue, we stopped. And she dropped my hand and she said, look down. And there it was, half covered in snow. I've been walking back and forth in front of this plaque for days, but it was in the middle of the winter. There's snow on it, so I couldn't find the plaque. So there it was. And I saw the plaque. I actually saw this post a couple days ago by the Murray Hill Society, and that's what reminded me of the stories. So, one person can make a difference. You can make a difference. Please be the difference maker in your life. Fight for your freedom. Fight for your independence. Have a fantastic day. Wishing you all the best.